have respect for the individuals that are in the porn industry.
I got a little bacon. Babe, that's deep in there. Give them a cleavage. People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sells, babe.
Sells. That's me.
That's against religion.
It's not within the confines of marriage.
Again, this is my personal opinion. It's my podcast. But given what we've learned about Fort Huachuca, an intel base that literally trains Christians, I'm asking myself, was she just training? Was she training to become a Christian? Was she training to be able to impress people like Charlie by just always having a Bible verse? Now she can't even get out a sentence without making it somehow a Bible verse or a holy in some degree. And there's something that registers to people as off about that.
Just when online discussions around Erika Kirk seemed to slow down, Candace Owens introduced another controversial claim. This time, she referenced alleged footage that some commentators online have connected to Erika's early entertainment career. Owens and several internet commentators speculate about whether these rumors played a role in Erika's appearances in television projects and her rise in pageantry, including her Miss Arizona title. However, many of these claims remain unverified and continue to be heavily debated online.
Cheers, everyone.
This is ridiculous.
For months, Candace Owens has publicly discussed what she believes are inconsistencies in Erika's past, particularly regarding a period when Erika said she traveled to China to help trafficking victims. According to claims shared online, Erika was also reportedly traveling internationally with her then-boyfriend during that same time period. Commentators have identified him as former professional basketball player Josh Harrelson, who was associated with the Miami Heat at the time. Online discussions further speculate that Erika frequently traveled alongside him to several locations, including China. However, many details surrounding these claims remain disputed and have not been independently verified.
Why she was actually in China, helping victims of sex trafficking. No, the truth is that Erika was just following her boyfriend. I kind of view this as her groupie year. Her boyfriend at the time is Josh Harrelson. Josh Harrelson is playing for the Miami Heat. Okay, so you got a basketball player who was in his prime, and he is dating the Arizona beauty queen. And I would also like to note that this is 2013. So we are 5 years before she met Charlie.
Critics online have also questioned Erika's public comments about her Christian upbringing and the values she says were taught by her mother, Lori Franson. Some commentators have pointed to stories from Erika's earlier years that they believe appear inconsistent with the strict religious image she presents today. These discussions have fueled broader online debates about how public figures shape and present their personal beliefs over time, though opinions on the matter remain divided.
Say, like, your mother taught you Christianity. My mother taught me Christianity. No, your mother allowed your boyfriends to live in the house too and have sleepovers. That's like the opposite of coming from a deeply faithful Christian household. Letting the boyfriend sleep in the house with your daughter is like, so I would never in a million years allow my daughter to have her boyfriend sleep over.
Online discussions surrounding Erika's religious transformation have continued to grow, with some former classmates and social media commentators claiming they were surprised by the highly spiritual public image she presents today. These reactions resurfaced after Erika previously described a period in her life where she spent several months mostly isolated, focusing heavily on faith and personal growth. According to Erika's own account, during that time she mainly interacted with her family and her pastor's wife, who she said mentored and guided her spiritually. While critics online continue to debate her transformation, supporters argue that personal change and renewed faith are common experiences.
I locked myself in my room, basically turned into a hermit for about a good 8 months. The only person I would see outside of my family was my pastor's wife, and we would go to the church and she would just pour into me every single day.
For additional context, this period reportedly took place not long before Erika eventually married Charlie Kirk. Some online commentators have speculated that her deep focus on religion during that time may have influenced how she later connected with Charlie, especially given their shared interest in faith and conservative values. However, these interpretations are largely based on internet speculation and personal opinions rather than verified evidence.
We ordered our food, and then that's when the grilling started happening. Like, that's when the interview process started happening. So I'm like, okay, this is a legit interview. Like, let's let's go. I'm glad I had my coffee. Like, I'm ready to debate you about Aristotle and Socrates, and you want to talk about theology? Let's do it.
The pastor frequently mentioned in these online discussions is Terry Christ and his wife Judith. Commentators have also pointed to Terry Christ's reported connections to Brian Houston, the former founder of Hillsong Church, who faced major public controversy in recent years related to allegations surrounding his handling of misconduct involving his father. These associations have fueled additional online speculation, although many of the broader claims circulating on social media remain debated and unverified.
Pastor Terry Christ has a very interesting background. So he is very good friends with Brian Houston, who was the founder of Hillsong. And like you said, he was very much like he covered up his father's pedophilia for years, and he actually never got charged for it. And so Brian Houston resigned eventually, and then right afterwards, Pastor Terry Christ also resigned from his church that he was leading, but he said it wasn't related. So
online commentators have also discussed Erika's professional connections within Christian media circles, including her collaboration with Pastor Greg Laurie during the Make Heaven Crowded tour alongside Harvest Christian Fellowship. Various internet discussions have attempted to connect these associations to broader controversies involving public religious figures, though many of the allegations circulating online remain unproven or disputed. At the same time, critics have continued revisiting Erika's past interviews and public statements, particularly comments she previously made about her lifestyle while living in New York. Some online users believe certain stories from her earlier years appear inconsistent with the image she later presented publicly, while supporters argue that personal beliefs and lifestyles can naturally evolve over time.
I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than go. I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way. But I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another.
Some online commentators have suggested that Erika may have intentionally shaped certain aspects of her public image over time, aligning it with the values and expectations associated with conservative political and cultural circles. These discussions often reference past interviews, including one with journalist Bari Weiss, where Erika spoke about the importance of shared beliefs and lifestyle compatibility in relationships, particularly within faith-based communities. Critics online interpret such statements as evidence of what they call a strategic approach to public image, while supporters argue that expressing relationship preferences based on shared values is normal and does not imply any deeper intent. Overall, these interpretations remain speculative and are widely debated across social media.
So if you're expecting to marry someone that I was blessed with, like a Charlie, you have to be the type of woman that will attract a Charlie. Are you going to church? Are you going to Bible study? Did you tell your pastor that you are ready for the Lord to bring into your life the man that you've been praying for?
However, Erika has described meeting Charlie Kirk as a chance encounter during travel in Israel, a version of events that has been repeated in her public storytelling. Some online commentators, however, have questioned different versions of this story and pointed to inconsistencies they believe exist between various retellings of the moment. Journalist Candace Owens has also been referenced in these discussions, with some online users claiming she provided a different account of the situation. These interpretations have led to ongoing debate on social media about how the meeting occurred, though the details remain contested and are not independently verified.
Nothing. I will never forget the time I was in Israel with my husband. Well, that was the second time, but the first time with my mother on a pilgrimage. And I was standing in the ticket line. And I remember looking behind me, and in the snake of the ticket line was a guy who looked very familiar. I had no idea who he was. And I told my mom, this guy looks so familiar. And as a typical mother, she said, go and say hi. No. We were late for our flight, and I'm not going to come off like a crazy person that's just weird. That ended up being Charlie. Nothing is by coincidence.
Some online commentary has referenced claims attributed to Candace Owens regarding how Erika and Charlie Kirk were first introduced. These discussions include speculation about the role of mutual acquaintances in facilitating their meeting, though the details and interpretations vary widely across social media platforms. Another individual mentioned in these narratives is Tyler Boyer, who is often described in online discussions as having been connected to conservative political circles. Some commentators question inconsistencies in different public accounts of how introductions and early interactions took place, while others argue that memory gaps or differing recollections over time are not unusual in personal histories. Overall, these claims remain part of ongoing online debate and are not independently verified.
I find all of this to be remarkably suspicious. The most suspicious element for me is Erika pretending she does not remember how she met Tyler Boyer, and both of them changing their stories. Tyler Boyer responded to somebody on X and said he met her. He met Erika at the Trump rally, but he maybe forgot. Maybe he had another long night in Romania, but he maybe forgot that he had already given a speech at Charlie's memorial and stated that Erika called him and said, "How can I help?" And then he put her behind Trump. So you had to know her before the rally to put her, if she called you and said, "How can I help?" And also, why was she calling you to say, "How can I help?" Erika had a pretty big life. And then Erika tells me that she knew him through some congressman she thinks it could have been a senator from Arizona. She thinks, but she's not sure.
Online discussions surrounding Erika's background continue to circulate, with some commentators suggesting that various people in her professional and personal life may have known each other through shared circles over the years. Some online theories attempt to link different locations, past projects, and acquaintances to build a broader narrative about how certain relationships may have formed. However, many of these claims are based on speculation and interpretations rather than verified evidence. There's also been renewed attention on Erika's early media and creative work, including a short film project she was reportedly involved in around 2010. Some viewers online have revisited these early appearances and are attempting to connect them to her later public rise, although there is no confirmed evidence supporting these theories. Similarly, discussions around her Miss Arizona win and early career continue to generate debate online. While some users believe her success was purely merit-based and the result of preparation and effort, others question the role of networking in pageant culture in general. At this stage, most of these narratives remain part of ongoing online conversation, with no independently verified confirmation of the claims being made.